Welcome to the Final Expense Sales Academy, the hub for mastering the art of final expense life insurance sales. If you're looking to become a pro in the final expense industry, you're in the right place. My name is Kyle Williams, and I'm your host to go through the ins and outs of the final expense business, from tips to tricks to industry insights. We cover everything you need to close deals with confidence, provide true value to your clients, and become a better insurance agent. So hit that subscribe button. Let's get started on elevating your sales game one video at a time. Hey guys, in this episode, we're going to talk about which carrier is the best for final expense life insurance sales. So that is a loaded question that I see get asked a lot from time to time, especially with brand new agents. And it's usually coming from a good, genuine question saying, which carrier is the best? Well, the short answer is there's not really a best carrier. And I will detail why that is later on and help you determine which carrier that you can write with going forward. So in the world of final expense life insurance sales, there are so many carriers to choose from. There's probably over 100 different carriers. I could sit here and name 20 off the top of my head. So how does a new agent get started in picking a carrier? Well, first of all, go with the carrier that your upline shows you. Just start there. Start with that carrier. Trust them that they know what they're doing, because they should know what they're doing. And it should be a pretty good carrier. And just learn that company. And then your number one priority, really honest and truly, is just learn how to write business. Just start writing business, because you can have the best carrier in the world, but if you cannot write business, you can't do anything with that best carrier. So now that you start writing some business, now what you start to do is start to learn some of the underwriting guidelines with that carrier, start understanding the health questions of that carrier, and then you start learning some perks and quirks of that carrier. Okay, every carrier has perks and quirks. Okay, it's just every carrier does. So now that you've mastered one carrier, now what you should do is pick up 1 to 2 more carriers that you can begin to learn. Do that same exact process. My advice is pick up a different carrier with a little bit different underwriting guidelines, so then that way if you can't get an proposed insured covered with company A, you can pivot to company B or C. So start learning that process. And then once you have 2 or 3 down, now you're ready to go. And then as you've been doing this, you've also been running into companies in the field, and now you're seeing who else is competitive, who else offers good products, and now you're starting to learn a lot about the business. And so now that you've had some success in writing business and you're feeling confident about what you're doing, you also possess some knowledge of the space. So you've reviewed other carriers in the field and now you can really start to determine which carrier is the best fit for you and your clients and what you want to accomplish. So if you need to pivot, now you can. But that's the process for new agents. Just start with one, master sales, pick up 1 or 2 more, and then now we can start to determine which one's the best one for you and your clients that you want to serve. So now let's talk about experienced agents. Okay, you've been in the insurance game for a little while now. You're very confident in your sales ability. Now let's talk about which is the best carrier for you. Well, as an experienced agent, you should have 3 to 5 carriers that you feel real confident in. You're well-rounded, you understand their underwriting guidelines, and you feel confident about their product. At least you should. If you don't, you need to get there. Okay. So to pick the best carrier, it's more about what is the best carrier for the proposed insured. Okay. Because everybody is different. So there's no one carrier that is best for every person. Okay. Everybody's health conditions are different, because that is the product itself. It's not what it looks like or the name of it. The product is really what are the health conditions that they take for different plans. So your job is to pick the best carrier for the health conditions that are presented. So let's use an example. You're sitting down with a proposed insured and they have Parkinson's. Well, it's probably better to put that individual with the carrier that will give either day one coverage or some day one coverage versus a plan that will give a 2-year or a 3-year wait. So that's a very extreme example. So the best carrier is more about picking the carrier that the client best qualifies for to give them the best coverage. Price definitely does matter, yes, but it's more about the better coverage. So, and then you'll still do most of your business with one carrier. And I'll drop a link in here on how many carriers that you need to have where I go into detail about this. But pivoting to the best carrier for the insured will be the best option, and it'll leave them better insured, because every now and then there'll be different health conditions that come up with insurers. So that is a little synopsis of what is the best carrier. There's really not a best carrier. It's more about what carriers best fit your clients that you run into. Have 3 to 5 of them that have different underwriting guidelines. You're going to write most of your business with one carrier that you feel most confident with, that you're most comfortable with, that you like doing business with, and then you'll have 3 to 5 or 3 to 4 other ones that have different underwriting guidelines, and your job is just to put the insured with the best carriers to give them the best coverage. So as we wrap up here, be sure to subscribe to catch all the latest videos. If you have any questions, comment below. If you got something valuable here, share it with your friends, share it on social media, and be sure to comment what was your favorite piece of content in this video, and we'll see you in the next episode.